Ladies and gentlemen, this is Khalil Brathwaite, your host of the Khalil the Hannibal Sports Board YouTube channel and Facebook page. And if you guys are just joining me today, I'm gonna get into Roger Goodell's press conference. That is, what he was saying about the missed pass interference call from last week that cost the Saints a chance to make it to Super Bowl 53. I'm also gonna get into Hideo Itami or Kenta being released by the WWE. That is, and I'll also be getting into pretty much and many other details are gonna merge all the way. But first things first, I'm gonna start off with what Roger Goodell simply said about the missed pass interference call. Now, Roger Goodell simply says that expand the use of replay technology to pretty much to correct the on-field officiating, that is, mistakes would occur, and perhaps it's not gonna solve any issues. That is, we need to go. He says he has to go the extra mile for that. And from what I understand, though, the replay needs to expand, and it won't cover any sort of like evidence there, though, for the pass interference call from last week. Now, Roger Goodell simply says the NFL will also do more instant replay under under or the no call, that is. Now, the coaches challenges for incorrect judgment calls, that is, that have a penalty or time runs out if a coach gets it wrong, that is. So basically, Roger Goodell, he probably wasn't quite brief enough. He just said, when I watched the press conference, he simply said, the fans, Saints fans, they're feeling upset right now, in spite of the fact that they were robbed and completely just disarray right now, despite the missed pass interference call. Now the judgment call, that is, this limits coaches' challenges for incorrect judgment calls. That's a penalty or a time runs out if a coach gets it wrong, that is. So basically, that's letting us know. Now, next season, there's going to be 100 seasons. The NFL celebrates 100 seasons, which happens to occur next season, that is. Massive milestone, but that is. And he also says that the NFL is going to have 4 minority head coaches for next season. This season, at 8 of them, which is at an all-time high. And also the fact that the penalty, the unsuccessful challenges for the pass interference, it occurs the penalty or time runs out. That is, and the penalty could have had the Saints run down, on first down, that is, which could have had the Saints had a game-winning field goal kick and had them make the Super Bowl 53. Unfortunately, that didn't happen there because, quite frankly, many people right now, many Saints fans are very upset. But there is going to be more to this, and it does seem pretty obvious that Roger Goodell, he may not have been honest about it. I'm not sure what he was thinking. He didn't know what to do. So now that he simply explains how the pass interference call completely went down, there has to be more detail to that. There needs to be more detail. There needs to be the steps for pass interference, how the officials should be. He never said that. Roger Goodell didn't say anything about if, for example, if official that is misses a pass interference call, the officials would have to be released. He didn't say that in that press conference. That's not what I said. I said it. Roger Goodell, he didn't say it at all. But obviously, if official, like in my opinion, if an official doesn't pay attention to a pass interference call, doesn't throw the flag in there, that official could be released. Now he did not address the 4 officials from SoCal, that is, and and it may have been all collusion. He never said about the. He didn't mention anything about the four officials for sure that were responsible that missed the pass interference call. That they were responsible for it, and he never said. Roger Goodell on the press conference earlier today, he didn't say anything, however, about the four officials being released. Matter of fact, that goes for every official or every ref out there. Because if they don't pay attention to that pass interference call and they never see it, they could be released. So there's got to be some sort of justice. There needs to be more detail. That right there probably wasn't enough during the off season. That is, hopefully, that should be the case. And basically Sean Payton, that is, he simply said he was out with ice cream watching Netflix while seeing the press conference, that is, and he's so in disarray at that blatant miss pass interference call from last week, and also just the fact that they will likely do more judgment calls, that is, determining where the play is going to be challenged, where it should have been called, that is. So basically, the officials, they need to start paying much more attention, not mess up, because it's bad. It's a bad look. And what's even more of a bad look for the NFL is that those four officials, they're from SoCal, and it may be all collusion, despite the fact that the Rams were already in the Super Bowl, because those officials have ties to Cali. They do. So basically, it is really what is the notion behind all that? It's really no secret. You know exactly why Roger Goodell didn't address those four officials that cost the Saints a chance to make it to Super Bowl 53, that blatant miss pass interference call, and I just can't see where the buck stops there. I just don't understand why Roger Goodell didn't address that either. So you have to know something exactly as to what could have possibly happened there. What could have been the outcome? So basically, there won't be any sort of expanding the use of replay technology to correct on-field officiating mistakes. They probably do occur, that is. And also, it isn't going to solve any issues at all. Officials are humans, that is, and not robots. But obviously, the officials, they need to start paying much more attention. If there's a helmet-to-helmet hit, there's pass interference, or there's like a targeting, or if there's any, unnecessary roughness, pay attention, look what you're doing, and do your own job for goodness sakes, and be more reasonable. Throw that flag in there. You throw the challenge flag, but obviously, I don't know if Roger Goodell is being more honest or not. I just can't see exactly whether or not he's really telling the truth or not. Maybe he is, maybe he's not. But ladies and gentlemen, you send me your comments, your tweets, your reactions down below on Roger Goodell's press conference on the missed pass interference call, that is, and what steps have to be taken from it, and judgment calls based on the fact that it's going to limit coaches. They're going to throw challenge flags in there to save a play. It's correct, or it has to be overturned. So that's something that you ought to know right there. And please notify me on the comment section if you have to, that is. Now I want to move on to another topic that I want to point out. Hideo Itami, or Kenta, that is, he has been released by the WWE. Now he had an NFC title opportunity. He's been on 205 Live, Cruiserweight title shot. And I respect him, by the way. So it's like I know right there. And that's all. Oh, what is it? Good. So that's all to it, though, folks. And always possible explanation for all of it. So nothing more to it. But that's something a lot of you fans are going to know for sure. So I'm looking forward to it, by the way. Hopefully it's a different outcome. And wish the best for his future endeavors, by the way. So ladies and gents, that's all I'm going to do right there. Make sure to subscribe to the Khalil Sportsbook YouTube channel, Facebook page. Send me a comment, switch your extra thoughts of Roger Goodell's press conference on the miss pass interference calls, use technology, not able to get the calls right, and just hopefully tell me if you think that if you just think that there's gonna be more to it though, more details. Let me know in the comment section your reaction, your thoughts on it. Tell me what you think of Hideo. Wish and send your well wishes to Hideo Itami as he's released by the WWE for good, and let me know about that. Comments to which your reaction on that and what after this run. I'll be more like updates, breaking news, straight times, developing storylines, and many more to come. All of the sports industry.